Just have a bigger deposit if it's for investment.
Absolutely.
Do you?
A much smaller deposit if you're trading.
If you're trading from it, okay.
In sometimes, in many cases, I've managed to buy things with no deposit because you're trading from it.
Right.
So the banks see it as much less risky if you're trading from it.
Fine.
You have lower interest rates. For example, you've got £1 million business. It's making £200,000 a year profit. We're just making these numbers up. You've got a mortgage of £50,000 to service the commercial property that you own. There's £200,000 worth of profit fat in there.
Yeah.
So if the business loses 10% of its turnover, there's still enough. Now, as soon as you turn it into an investment, you've only got the rent.
Yeah.
So that's more risk for the bank.
Yeah.
So they'll say, well, okay, we're prepared to still lend you the money, but we want a bigger deposit.
What sort of loan to value do they do on investment?
40.
Is it really
40% loan to value?
Okay.
This is the high street banks. There'll be some challenger lenders, your Shawbrooks, your Aldermores that might say only 25%.
Okay.
But you'll be paying a much higher interest rate.
Right.
So if you want a fair interest rate, a Handelsbank and a Coutts and NatWest, a HSBC for investment stuff, they want much higher deposits. It's so much better if you can, I don't know, if you're doing distribution, say you're a distribution business, Ollie, and you're manufacturing stuff in the Far East and you're selling it wholesale here in the UK, and you buy a 5,000 square foot warehouse. You go to the bank, say, look, this is everything going here, I'm trading from it. And they go, okay, we want a 20% deposit. And they might say, we'll lend you the 20% over 5 years and term the rest out at 20 years. Then you've got your 5,000 square foot building. You're on the first run of the ladder. You're running that business for 18 months. You've exhausted the 5,000 square foot. You now need a 15,000 square foot building. You go back to the bank and say, hello, Mr. Bank Manager. I now need a 15,000 square foot building. You lent me the money to buy the 5,000 one. What I'd really like to do is rent that one out. I don't want to sell it. Can you now lend me some more money to buy the 15,000 square foot one? So now you're operating from the trading from the 15,000 square foot one and renting out the 5,000 square foot one as an investment, and that's a much safer way to do it, and that's how I've done it. So I've bought property, traded it, then rented it out.
Gotcha.
That's the hack.